It has been another busy week for VR with the announcement of the Meta Games Showcase with hints to upcoming VR games, another incredible advancement in AI NPCs, and an insanely huge update for Minecraft on Quest. Strap in because this is your 5 minutes of VR news. Now, if you've watched a few of my previous videos, you'll know I talked about a few different AI integrations within VR. The first being Alfred, a ChatGPT assistant for Golf Plus, where he creates courses and makes personalised suggestions based on the terrain. The second was a VR therapist designed to help understand and listen to your questions and give you relevant feedback. But this next AI integration is something that I've spoke about in each video, and that's the huge potential of creating almost human-like NPCs with realistic and relevant responses to what you say. And rather than me ramble on again, I'll just show you.
That's great. Can you tell me something about this guy? He looks really impressive. Is that someone I can, go on an adventure with?
Oh, that is one of the toughest warriors around. But I'm afraid he wouldn't be interested in teaming up with someone who just started being an adventurer. He's been on many adventures and has earned his experience through blood, sweat, and tears.
As you can see, this is Skyrim VR, and the integration was made with a combination of ChatGPT and voice synthesizer. This honestly blows my mind. AI is moving so quickly. This will be integrated into most games. Quests will be driven by randomly generated conversations you have with NPCs, and this will seriously enhance VR games, and well, every other game. It's only a matter of time, and I can only encourage you to mess around with OpenAI's ChatGPT API, because it might be one of you that works on an integration like this. Now onto the Meta Games Showcase. This will be their third showcase, and honestly, this needs to be a big one. With Meta stocks taking a dive, the investors need some reassurance that the time and investment into VR is paying off, and with what they could announce, this could easily be achieved. Meta had announced they are working on a GTA SanAndreas port a few years back, and leaks suggest that work started on this port even further back than that. Luckily, the studio responsible, Video Games Deluxe, do have credibility with the release of LA Noire VR. But now is the time they need to make some sort of announcement, because the VR community is starting to think this game doesn't even exist. But I'm hopeful this will be a Quest 3 2023 release to help push initial sales. The short promo of this year's showcase did tease what looks like to be Asgard's Wrath, and hopefully this is a port of the original game, because the game is roughly 30 hours long in terms of playtime, and was, to be honest, one of the first full great games to come out for VR, with 9 out of 10 coming from most critics. Some of the other games that we could possibly hear from are Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed. I'm really hoping Meta pushed the boat out for this year. Metaverse might be the future, but we play for the games. The Meta Showcase is scheduled for June 1st. Now, there was a reason I delayed the release of this video, and it was to fully experience the new Minecraft for Quest. Questcraft has been out for some time, but since the launch it has been choppy at best, with the game not loading, crashing, and glitching. But to give the developers credit, what they are doing is basically a miracle, with the Java edition being ran natively on Quest. But the time of bad performance is almost at an end, with the absolutely massive 4.0 update. But there is a huge issue that could affect all side quest users, and it comes from Meta themselves. But I'll get to that in a second. If you've played Questcraft a few months back, you'll know that it was a nightmare to boot up. You felt like you needed a degree in quantum physics just to get it working. But now with the 4.0 update, everything has been improved. The loading screen is clean and simple to understand. There was no crashing, and the loading screens all had context, whereas before it was a black screen for up to 10 minutes. It is still choppy to begin with, but once the chunks all load and you get past the initial stage, the game is clearly smoother than it's ever been, with an improved user interface. This is now something I'd expect from Mojang themselves. The render distance is still something that needs to be kept at a minimum, even on the Quest Pro, because VR games need to be smooth. But playing this and having Meta Connect coming up in combination with a recent partnership with Microsoft does make you wonder if an official Minecraft VR release could be something on the cards for the Quest. But this would take away the incredible work the devs have been doing with Questcraft. And what do you think about this? Would you like a official Minecraft release or stick with Questcraft? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, this could be an error on Meta's part, but several people have been receiving this message stating that if you don't create an app within the next 30 days, your developer account would be lost, which could mean an end to the entire side quest library, let alone Questcraft. Luckily, not everyone has received this message, and it could be linked to the Facebook App Store, but Meta is yet to explain this. Hopefully, it's not the beginning of the end of third-party games and apps. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.